Hello, and welcome to the second installment of the group Ironman Chronicles. We have lots of exciting content for you this week. Tons of gains were made on both my account and Gopher's account, as well as progression for the group as a whole. I was off work for the entirety of the week with an injury, so I had plenty of time to commit to RuneScape this week. I hope you guys enjoy this week's installment. That's Priest in Peril completed. Some good prayer XP, and most importantly, access to the Canopus Agility course, because I believe I'm just going to stay here until Sears Village, and then I'm going to go there for full Graceful. And with this lap, I should have 60 Agility. There you go. And with 60 Agility, I think I'm going to call a break there and go to Osidious. I want to unlock the Woodcutting Guild because that's going to be my AFK spot for the next little while, so I can replenish my U-logs and try to get this fletching level a lot higher. But it's time to take these Marks of Grace over to Berthorpe and get full Graceful. Alright, Grace, what do you have for me? Hood, cape, torso, legs, gloves, boots. What do I have? 46 left? How much is an Amylice pack? 10? I don't need Amylice yet until we start doing stamina, so I'll just hold on to the marks. But that is full Graceful, and we are ready to get back to questing. Alright, it's time to begin the fruit stall journey to I think 56 is where I want to end.
You know it's gonna be really
we'll
fun
see.
when we go for
just stopped off to get 50 thieving at the fruit stalls. I think I'm going to push forward to 60 before I move on to other content though. That way I can be nice and set up for Quest Cape going forward. Just finishing up with the fruit stalls. I think these next two should put me at 60 thieving. There you go, 60 thieving. This sets me up for, I actually don't know what. I just decided to push through to 60 while I was here, because it seemed like a nice attainable round number. I'm gonna go head to the group storage, because Gopher and John, the legends that they are, got me a bunch of gold bars, and I can finally craft all of those gems that I've been sitting on forever. So I'm gonna head over, do that. We're at 52 crafting, we'll see where we end up from there, and then I believe it's back to questing we go. Gopher came in clutch with some gold bars and silver bars for me. I got through the crafting supplies and ended up at 56 crafting. I haven't used the diamonds yet because I believe it's 58 for bracelets, and if I recall, diamond bracelets elk for the most. So I'm gonna try to get 58 through other means, and then use up my diamond supply. So I've got about 50 or 60 diamonds in there that need to be used yet. I believe, though, I am off to start questing for the day now. Misthalin Mystery completed. Better late than never for the account. Gertrude's Cat quest completed. And that's Tree Gnome Village completed. And there's a Monk's Friend completed. And more importantly, some sweet, sweet law runes. And that's Hazeal Cult completed. And that's the Clock Tower completed. And that is Sheepherder completed. And that's Dwarf Cannon completed. Merlin's Crystal completed. I was stopping off for some magic whistles for Holy Grail, but I finished Ernesto the Chicken on the way. And that's Holy Grail completed. Pushing us to 30 prayer and 33 defense. Let's go. And that's recruitment drive completed, giving us 31 prayer and 27 herblore. I'm deciding to take a break from questing to level my magic, because questing without Falador teleport is a pain in my ass. I'm at 35 out of 37, so won't be long for that, but I might just go all the way to 45 here. We'll see how many my mind runes get me. Just about to run out of casts here. looks like we managed to hit 45 magic, 37 defense, 36 HP. So, I mean, I surpassed my goal. I was aiming for 37. I knew I was going to hit that, but 45 was nice to hit as well, because that gives me Camelot Teleport. Yeah, Camelot Teleport. Now I can officially go back to questing and not suffer anymore. That's Observatory Quest completed. That's Jungle Potion and 28 Herblore completed. Here we are starting Recipe for Disaster. I'm just doing this to do the goblins first, so I get some easy low farming levels. I'll probably rush bee gloves in the next coming weeks or so, probably 2 weeks from now. And with that, we have used it on a chair. Freed the goblins. That should get our low farming levels out of the way. 12 farming. Easy peasy. And that's the Lost City completed. One step closer to fairy rings. And that's Nature Spirit completed. I can now start the fairy questline. I'm gonna AFK for the night here, so I'm done with questing for the day. But I figured it's about time I get a start on ranged training. So I'm gonna use up some of these supplies I had in my bank, as well as these darts that Gopher gave me. I'm gonna turn them into darts and then throw them at some cows. See where I go. It is now the next day. I just got home from work and I'm about to start some Final Fantasy parsing. So I decided I had a better idea than cows for my ranged supplies. I'm deciding to use everybody's favorite Swampy Boys, because they hit for virtually nothing, have low range defense and a fair amount of HP. I can just stay aggroed here for 15 minutes at a time or whatever it is, and then if I walk all the way north to the coast and back, it resets my aggro. It's a pretty nice AFK spot while I parse on the other game. I'm just gonna burn through all of the ammunition. I have 1600 arrows, 5500 darts, then a few hundred more arrows, and then bone bolts, and I'm just gonna stay here for the entirety of my parse session and see where I end off. At the moment we are 21 ranged. We'll see what we come to. Parsing is still going on, but we are completely out of ammunition for everything we brought with us. We ended at 51 ranged, 3k to 52. Not too bad. I'm probably going to finish up parsing and just log out, and then do some questing before I go to bed tonight. And before we go any further, this is the week 3 stat check-in. As always, we're going Wednesday to Wednesday because the game mode came out on a Wednesday, and I want to keep it in exact weekly intervals. So this week I had a work-related injury and I was off work for the week, so I had nothing to do but parse in Final Fantasy and play RuneScape. So we had a lot of gains, did a lot of questing as you saw, and I've got still yet more to go with usually 3 or 4 more days before I start editing a video. Gopher as well, been making some good progress. His levels are starting to slow down as he's getting into the higher, mid 60s, 70s and a lot of skills. Zston and Squid. Squid had mandatory OT for work, and Zston had just his full-time day job, and then he had to teach a course on Saturday. So he had a lot less free time than he normally does. He also decided to spend it doing agility and magic, which are probably his 2 slowest skills now. Luca, on the other hand, finally freed himself from the Wintertod prison and has been able to begin his questing grind to catch up to us. I'm pretty sure with how efficient of a player Luca is, he's probably going to pass me next week. That's it for the week 3 comparison though, so we'll continue on. Took a little detour for Alpha Grimhand's bar crawl, and I would love to smash files. Perfect. And Pirate's Treasure completed. And that's Death Plateau completed. A neat little trick if you don't have the herblore level for your herbs. If you come to Zahir here and pay him 200 coins each, he can clean them for you regardless of your level. And that's Fairy Tale Part 1 completed. More importantly, 21 farming. I can start using the tree seeds that I got from Wintertod. This isn't a quest completion or a level up, but this is an important milestone for the account. This is going to be the first tree planted, the first of many, because the farming grind has officially begun. Again, no level up or quest complete, but I did get a major unlock for the account, which is access to fairy rings. That'll be a big help in the future. On a string of non-quest complete, non-level up updates for the account, I now have 100 kudos at the Varrock Museum, which means I can start my Bon Voyage questline and start getting birdhouse runs for the passive hunter XP. That's the Corsair Curse completed. And that's Bon Voyage completed. And more importantly, access to volcanic ash, birdhouses, and giant seaweeds. That's Porcine of Interest completed. And that's the Queen of Thieves completed. And that's the Depths of Despair completed. And with this tree, I should have done my first tree run on the account. Ended up getting 3 full farming levels. We're about to hit 25. We'll definitely get more than enough XP from all of our oak saplings to move on to our willows. So I forgot to actually record the handing in, but it's still in the chat box here. I handed in enough saltpeter compost for 100% Hosidius favor, and we unlocked my new favorite AFK place for a while. I think from here I'm just gonna AFK for most of the night and record the intro and do some editing on this week's video. So I've been doing some AFKing here and some preliminary editing on this week's episode, and I realized I've gotten to about 12 minutes in length, which is a lot longer than I had anticipated these episodes being. So I think I'm going to make this the outro, and I'm going to end off Prague with where we are in the video. I think it was a couple of quests and then the unlocking of the guild. But I have a pretty short week of playtime coming up. I'm back to work full time as well as going away for the weekend on a trip. So I'm not going to have a lot of content, so I figure I could get tomorrow's content and any content I do before my trip in and recorded, and just use that for next week's episode to begin the episode. So this will be goodbye for now. Hopefully this one turned a little bit better than episode 1, and that I continue to improve in the future. Thank you for making it this far, and goodbye.